Dear participant, welcome back to all of you. We have seen what is interpersonal skill and how to develop that and how it can be very useful for us while dealing with our students, our co-workers, our colleagues and everyone. And now we're going to see what is influencing skill and how it can be useful in our day-to-day life while you're dealing with your students, how you can ask them to influence others, how you can do day-to-day work. That is very important. Influencing others is a transferable skill. What is important here? It is transferable, so you can teach others what is the influencing skill. Influencing skill is the ability to bring others to your way of thinking without force or coercion. So what is important? Without forcing anyone, you try to do that work. So influencing is an art and also it can be learned. It's very important for all of us. Influencing skill require a person to take others' perspective into account. So in previous session we have seen we have to put the others' shoes and you have to understand the empathy should be coming. So similarly you are influencing others to bring out some kind of work, but here without any kind of force or without any kind of compulsion. So that is very important. In the post-pandemic, how we are using this kind of skill. People like bring around those who can influence others. So it is not there. So people always want who someone can be influenced, someone can give the direction for working. Influencing people makes almost any job easier. So who's here may be there. So mostly the leaders, managers, general managers, and those are in leadership position. People are looking at them so they can influence, and that in that process their job can be become easier. Whether you want to convince investors to buy into your invention or want to heal relationships with injured stakeholders, it enables your organization to move towards its goals in a positive way. So it's always important for you, whether you're in school or colleges or being a principal or maybe simple teacher, it's very important for us to give some kind of goal. In that, we are influencing your stakeholders to take the positive way. Developing influencing skill is one of the very important aspect in the influencing skill. A combination of communication and interpersonal skills will help you to get the results you need. So in previous section we have seen what is the communication, what is the communication pattern. You have seen the verbal, non-verbal and written communication, and what other factors are helping us to have the more better interpersonal communicator. That we have seen. We will see some practical hints to develop your powers of influencing, whether you need a decision from your principal, head, teacher to help you or a student to accept your views. So what we're going to see in the another few minutes. So we want to see what is the practical way you can influence others. So you're influencing, maybe as a teacher you want to influence your student to take the bigger goal, to learn in better way in this pandemic situation, or they can face their life in much better way. Or if you are a head or your principal, you want to see how your people are working, what the teachers are working, how the non-teachings are working. So it's very important to understand and practice this skill. Practice is the key of this influence skill because it is a transferable, it can be learned. So what are the factors we have to consider? Create rapport with the person you are trying to influence. So without doing any kind of rapport, without understanding the person's emotion, feelings, his likes and dislikes, you cannot influence that person. It may sound like common sense, but if they like and trust you, there is a greater possibility that you will be able to persuade them. So influencing is that without any kind of force, without any kind of compulsion, person is able to carry out the work. That is the influencing skill. So what you are doing here, we are having the get rapport with the person. When you have the good kind of connection with the person, then it is easier for us to pursue them. And listening. Also we have seen what is the active listening is very important. Listen and show you are listening. Yes, you have to nod, you have to understand, or someone is speaking and you are looking at some other direction. So that cannot be done. If someone feels valued, they are more likely to be persuaded to your point of view. So unless other person is feeling valued, it may be the very, I can say you are the one of the student, he may be not good at studies, maybe not good at academics, but still you have to value and you have to listen to that person. When the trust factor is going to develop between you and your student, then only you can pursue them for the higher goal. It is true for your being a principal or head how you are pursuing your staff members to achieve the goal which is decided by your management or by yourself for the betterment of your college. Ask the right question. Asking is always better. Use questioning technique to lead people towards the answer you want. Unless you are getting the specific answer about your questions, you are not able to understand and implement the certain things. The art of influencing doesn't come naturally. So it is not natural habit of all of us to influence, but you have to learn. Because you want your students should come, they should listen to you, they have to follow certain instructions. So that is very important for us to practice this habit of asking the right question at the right time. Yes. Be aware of body language. So it's always important to understand what kind of body language the person is using. Mirror the other person's body language to create better rapport. What is the mirroring mean? So generally in the face-to-face interaction and the live workshop, we take some kind of exercise where the participant can understand they are mirroring the other's body language. So in a nutshell, if the other person is speaking with someone, just you have to imitate his body language. You are not something else. Some person is very sad and you are showing, yes, I am happy. Or if you are another person is happy and you are showing, I am very sad. So that cannot be done. So it should be the mirroring. So there should be match between your emotions, your feelings and other person's body language. Body language includes, that is another one entire class can be taken on body language. So you have to understand how it can be utilized. Body language means visibly action and verbal action of person that which can be observed. So on that basis you have to mirror the other person's body language. Feel the benefit, yes. Unless you are selling, how can other person can understand? Sell the benefits of your argument to the other person. So you have to understand, yes, how it can be possible. When you want to introduce the new NAC system and you want to introduce some new kind of grading system, you have to say what is the benefit of that. If I am having my college timing, maybe half an hour I am increasing at the time of NAC inspection. So what benefit you are getting as a college, as a teacher, as a principal, as a student. So that kind of picture you have to bring it before your audience and try to see your position from their perspective. So it is not there, just I am the principal, so I am not going to see what my students want, what my teacher want, but what is my perspective, I want to put myself in their position. So empathy is the innate perspective within the influencing skill. So you have to remember, be relaxed. What is important? A relaxed and natural appearance is more likely to achieve a successful outcome rather than an emotional or demanding approach. So what is important here? You should be very natural while you are achieving a successful outcome while dealing with others. So an emotional or demanding approach should not be there. A relaxed and natural appearance is more likely to achieve a successful outcome rather than an emotional or demanding approach. What it means? You should not be very emotional or demanding or not showing a lot of tantrum or the emotions and coercion or giving some kind of compulsion. You should be very natural while doing the influencing skill. Demonstrating a natural confidence will help to persuade others that your ideas are good. If you are become angry, you are become very forceful, people will not going to listen to your ideas. They will not going to buy your ideas what you seen earlier. So you have to persuade others by in a very natural manner, and you have to put through your ideas, because people are having their own idea, their own perspective, their own perception, their own learning, their own personality. So you have to understand what kind of demeanor you have to use. So you should be very natural, you should be very relaxed. So you have to remember that. Invest your time. Yes, my dear friends, unless you invest your time with your stakeholders, it may be teacher, it may be the principal, it may be student, it may be non-teaching, it may be your management, it may be administration. What is important? You have to invest your time. Influencing isn't a quick fix. Yes, it is not a quick fix like a fail kick. Immediately you have to fix something. It takes time to develop empathy and awareness. Yes, only today you are attending my session and immediately empathy will come and all this skill will come overnight. It is not there. Or even you pass in examination of the quiz of after this session, it is not there. You have to practice it, because the slides are with you, this video is with you. So you can practice that. Develop empathy and awareness, but you are more likely to get what you want if you play a long game. But you are more likely to get what you want if you play a long game. So you have to understand time is very important. To develop the empathy and awareness will take some time, and it is the long term process, but still investment is your time is, and it is going to get a lot of, you are always, people will going to see you are the great influencer. Your speech, your action are always observable and people want to imitate you. So that you want to achieve, the students see nowadays you are the role model for your student. Unless you are showing the empathy and awareness about their background, their thing, it cannot be achieved. And yes, of course, confidence, being a teacher, when you are going to the classroom, when you are dealing with your principal, when you are taking the classes, when you are listening to their emotional problems, you are always having a lot of confidence. Yes, I know that. Being able to influence others in any social business exchanges require confidence. Yes, you have to influence others, you should have the confidence. Whatever the statement you are giving, suppose you are the teacher of commerce, you are teacher of arts, you are teacher of history, you are teacher of the accountancy, so you are the subject matter expert in your field. As well as when you are dealing with any emotional problems, any feeling problems of your student, then what you have to do, you have to show the confidence. Even when you don't have the authority to make a certain decision, being able to influence others can give you the confidence you need to suggest a change to managers and get them to accept your idea. So it is not there you should be the management position, you should be the principal, or you should be head. Even the simple teacher, new teacher can be also influence others through his confidence level, through his understanding, through his knowledge. So all these things are possible, and people will accept your idea. Unnecessary things will not going to come, whether on which hierarchy you are there. Your ideas are good, people will accept all these ideas. So have confidence in yourself. Develop credibility. Credibility is very important, and again it takes a lot of time to people can understand you, how you are much influential and how the credibility is there. In psychology, we always call about the reliability and validity. So how reliable you are, that is very important, that you call as the credibility. The people are more likely to be positively influenced by people who have credibility, a good track record. So a lot of time you promise something, so you deliver that. It is not something like you are saying something today and doing something different like that. So credibility is always there. The person credibility is more, than people can get influence. So remember friends, we are seeing here what is influencing and how you can develop the influencing skill. That's why you build positive influence over time rather than instantly. So quick fix solution is not there. Right now you are thinking something and people get influenced. That is not there. It is long-term process. If you are credible, credibility is there. You listen to your students. You are more popular because you are giving patient here to them. You listen to them and you try to help them very genuine way. So what will happen? On that process, positive influence over the time will be there on your students, and they will going to understand what you want to say and they want to imitate you. Develop likability. Yes, a lot of teachers are very popular among students, but here likability is something different. People should like the way you are. That is very important. The people not only like people who are like them, but also like people who are likable. Build, develop and use befriending behavior. So always you should have some kind of some gestures are there. Saying hi, hello, how are you, asking about their well-being, asking about their some problems, asking about their financial problems, asking them about some day-to-day problems, how they commute, how they come to school, how they come to college. So it is our building the rapport and understanding other person is very important. Befriending behaviors, the little things that consistently delivered over time. So small things are very important in our life, in day-to-day life, how we are dealing with other people. Makes people attracted to you rather than repelled by you. So it is not something you have maybe seen. When you meet someone, you are saying hi, some people are going on this direction, that direction. So I have seen in a lot of colleges, when someone approach you, people want to run away from that. So that should not be something like that. Always you are following others or people are running away from you. But your interaction and your likability can be increased when you are having some kind of social behaviors which is acceptable.